Two girlfriends are talking. On the bank of the Ganges. This is where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is born, in Navadvip. One of the girlfriends has traveled from those days. You can imagine traveling was quite rare because you'd have to be on a bullock cart for days to go to the next village, right? So one of the girlfriends had traveled long distance and come to Navadvip. And for the first time, they've seen Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the Rajpath, means the main street of Navadvip. Like Mahaprabhu would go out and do Harinam. So she comes back to her village. And she's telling her girlfriends what she's seen. So all the gossip would happen at the bank of the Ganges while they're filling their water, the pots. That was the place where the girls would congregate, talk about the day. But today there's a different kind of gossip. It's not who got the new sari, but today is a beautiful gossip. She's actually come back with some profound news. And she's sharing her realization of what she felt the first time she saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Mahaprabhu. And she says, Shukhi. So Shukhi means girlfriend, my dear Shukhi. Shukhi go, Shukhi, Shukhi go, Shukhi go, Shukhi. My dear Shukhi, I saw two different colored people on the main path of Navadvip. Two colored because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is golden in complexion and Nityananda Mahaprabhu is kind of like the moon, they say. And since I've come back, nothing else attracts me anymore. My mind is being stolen by these two beautiful personalities. And all I want to do is go back to Navadvip and follow the Harinam, just like Mataji and Prabhuji did before. So much joy. You can imagine Mahaprabhu singing, how much joy must have created. So she says, Shukhi, Shukhi, my dear Shukhi. Dui rongir manush Two kinds of people with two different colors have come in Navadvip. Have you heard? Dui rangir manush in Nadia was compared to be like gold because the land was rich as the Ganges flowed, and people had abundance of grains, and it was a very peaceful village atmosphere. So often Bengal is compared to be like gold, Shonar Bangla they say. Dui rongir manush ailo Shukhi Shonar Nadia Jare dekhe, I saw them. Jare dekhe elam Rajpathe she Jare dekhe, I saw them Rajpathe on this main street. Jare dekhe elam Rajpathe she Dulia Jai. Helia Dulia Jai. Mahaprabhu is swaying. Helia Dulia. I saw them swaying as they sing. Jare dekhe elam rajpothe she Helia Dulia Jai. Where? Shona Nodia. দুই রঙের মানুষ আইলো। And my dear girlfriends, by this time you can imagine, please be here with me. All the girlfriends have surrounded her. Oh, really? This is a new kind of news. They were tired of mundane gossip, anyways. By this time they're inquiring, so what did you see? I said, yes, I saw them singing. And ever since I've heard this, it cannot escape my mind. I keep repeating this. What they were singing, what were they saying? They were saying, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol. Hari Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol. Keshav Madhav Govind Bol, Keshav as the peaceful breeze gently brushes against their long beautiful hair, and all the girls surrounded, thinking about this beautiful pastime, this woman who has come back relaying to them. What else did you see, my dear girl? They're all now very curious. What else did you see? I saw Mukhe Radha, Radha Naam, Mukhe Radha, Radha, Radha Re, Mukhe Radha, Radha Naam. Mahaprabhu was, you'd be surprised, actually he was shouting out Radha, Radha. Mukhe Radha, Radha Naam, Aakhi jhare Ram Prabhu, jhare Ram. And as Mahaprabhu cried out with his long arms, almost as if touching the sky, Radha, Radha, sometimes he would become unconscious and fall on the floor, roll in the dust. Torrentials of rain falling on his beautiful cheeks. This is the girlfriend telling the story. This sight, my dear girlfriends, once you see this, you cannot unsee. This was the most beautiful sight I've ever seen. And since I've seen this, my heart cannot stop again and again reliving these moments. Mukhe Radha, Radha Naam, Aakhe jhare Ram, Shei jole tar ongo bhije. Not only that, there was so much tears coming out of those beautiful, big lotus petal-like eyes that his entire body became drenched. As he rolled on the ground, his drenched body is in his own tears, and the soft dust of they covered his body. He looked like a lion, smeared in golden dust as his golden form shone. Mukhe Radha, Radha Naam, Aakhe jhare Ram, জ্বলে তার, সে জ্বলে তার অঙ্গ ভেজে, সে জ্বলে তার অঙ্গ ভেজে, ধোলাতে মিশিয়া যায়, mixing in the dust, which makes Navadvip the holy place because it is mixed with the beautiful tears of Mahaprabhu, love of God, the tears that are motivated by deep love. দুই রঙের মানুষ আইলো গো। And therefore, my dear girlfriends, forget about all these local gossip. It has no meaning anymore. After I've seen this, I cannot stop singing. Hari Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Keshav Madhava, Hari Hari Bol, Keshav Madhava, Hari Hari Bol, Mukunda Madhava, Hari Hari Bol, Mukunda Madhava, Hari Hari Bol. দুই রঙের মানুষ আইলো। What else did you see by this time? They say by hearing the glorification from a pure devotee, love awakens in your heart. She had already been afflicted by love of God, and therefore she was pure by seeing Mahaprabhu's form. Hearing the descriptions of Mahaprabhu from a pure devotee, all the Sakhis, all her girlfriends also began to relish this beautiful, peaceful, unalloyed love within their heart. So they very eagerly they asked, "What more did you see?" I said, "Yes." পতিত পাপী দেখে বলে। Oh, another sight I forgot to mention, one of the most beautiful sights. Those days in India, of course, we had the untouchables, the caste system. Mahaprabhu was embracing the beggars, the untouchables, the Shudras, on the road, chanting Radha, Krishna, Hare Krishna. And she sang, Putit Papi Dekhe Bole. পতিত পাপী দেখে বলে। When Mahaprabhu saw the lowly, the untouchables, he said, আয় চলে আয় আমার কোলে, আরে আয় চলে আয়। Come in my embrace, he would call them as they would be shy, hiding in the shadows. The Brahmanas would walk by, even if their shadow touched the Brahmanas, hey! But Mahaprabhu said, come, let me embrace you. And they were shocked. Nothing like this had ever happened before. Breaking the constructs of these conservative societies, Mahaprabhu was a rebel. Come on, let me embrace you, do not worry. Potit papi dekhe bole, আয় চলে আয় আমার কোলে, তোদের পাপের জ্বালা দূরে ফেলে। I know you've been burdened by all these restrictions and the fear. Give me all this burden. তোদের পাপের জ্বালা দূরে ফেলে।
তোদের পাপের জ্বালা দূরে ফেলে।
Only one condition.
কৃষ্ণ বলে নেচে আয়, কৃষ্ণ বলে নেচে আয়, কৃষ্ণ বলে নেচে আয়।
Just chant Krishna and Krishna with me. That is the only condition I ask for, I beg.
Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. তোদের পাপের জ্বালা দূরে ফেলে কৃষ্ণ বলে নেচে আয় সোনা নদী।
In Nodi, I saw this, my dear girlfriends.
Ever since then, দুই রঙের মানুষ আইলো।
And therefore, you've been witnessing me singing something, whispering something. The other day, my girlfriend asked me, "What are you singing?" I shied away, I didn't tell her. Now I'm revealing to you. Ever since I've come back, I can't stop singing this.
Hari Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol. Keshav Madhava, Hari Hari Bol, Keshav Madhava, Hari Hari Bol. Mukunda Madhava, Hari Hari Bol. Mukunda Madhava, Hari Hari Bol.
By this time, the sun is setting. All the girlfriends are ready to go back home. But they can see that the girlfriend has no interest in going back home. She's sitting there lost in these beautiful thoughts. So one girlfriend finally, coming out of the trance of this beautiful story, she said, "Oh, you have to go back home. Your husband and your wife are waiting for you." She said, "I don't want to go back. I just want to stay here in these beautiful thoughts." I said, "No, you have to, you must. What's your husband gonna say?" "Well, I don't really matter right now. I just want to be here. Leave me alone." I said, "No, you have to go back home. What do you actually want? What are you going to gain by just sitting here in thoughts of something which has already happened, reminiscing? What do you want? Tell me what you want." So finally the girlfriend says, "This is what I want."
মন গেল রূপের পানি।
My mind is now lost. I don't feel the same joy as doing the same chores every day. Khichdi every single day. Now I'm feeling a certain melancholy. My spirit is calling me to fly away. And she says,
মন গেল রূপের পানি।
Ruper Pane, by seeing the beauty of Mahaprabhu and his beautiful Sankirtan party, what a joy. This material life in comparison feels nothing. I just want to follow that beautiful music no matter where they go. And she says,
মন গেল রূপের পানি। গৃহকাজে মন না লাগে সখী গো।
Griho kaje munna lage. My mind is no more in the griha, the home every day saying,
আরে মন গেল ওই রূপের পানে। গৃহকাজে মন না লাগে।
"So then what do you want?"
সখী এই বাসনা
I want one thing, I have a desire. Yes, Bashana.
সখী এই বাসনা সখী এই বাসনা
I just want one thing, my dear girlfriends. Can you give it to me?
সখী এই বাসনা সখী এই বাসনা আমার মনে ও সখী এই বাসনা আমার মনে ওই পথে যে হইল ঠাই
I simply want to follow the same path on the footsteps, the beautiful footsteps of Mahaprabhu. No matter where he goes, I am ready to follow him. Everything else seems insignificant. So therefore,
সখী এই বাসনা আমার মনে ওই পথে যে হইল ঠাই ও
therefore,
দুই রঙের মানুষ
actually, to be honest, I've been quite sad since I've returned. The only thing that keeps me connected to these images that my mind simply wants to follow is the melody. I cannot therefore stop singing, my dear Shakis. That's all I want, is to peacefully sing this. The same melody I've heard Mahaprabhu singing, where he sang,
Hari Hari Bol Hari Hari Bol Hari Hari Bol Hari Hari Bol Keshav Madhav Hari Hari Bol Keshav Madhav Hari Hari Bol Mukund Madhav Hari Hari Bol Mukund Madhav Hari Hari Bol Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
One more time together.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
One more time.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Bol Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
So in that way, all the Sakis chanting the holy names of the Supreme Personality of Godhead returned home. And thus ends the beautiful story, one of the stories from Padyavali Kirtan. This song I learned from, there's a particular folkish style called Padyavali in Bengal. A beautiful story. Like this, they have many stories in the village, so I'm happy to share that. I think we'll finish that. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharya Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Vishvatani. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara There's a devotee called Jagdish. He's been singing the Prabhupada Kuti for, I don't know, 20, 25 years at least. I'll just leave you with this melody. Let me sing it once or twice. It's a beautiful melody. I asked him, what does this melody represent? He says, a boatman at night, all by himself, as the boat rocks back and forth on the shores, the banks of the Ganges, and the boatman sits on the boat, looking out at the moon, thinking about Nityananda Mahaprabhu. This is the melody. In separation. I thought, oh my God. Okay, so here it goes. I learned this from Jagdish.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hari Hari Bo, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo.
One note going up, nah, one note.
Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo. निताय गौर प्रेमानंद हरे निताय
So that's the mood actually of Mahaprabhu. Is calling out. You know, when we sing, it's a calling. Thank you for. Well, that's it for today. Hare Krishna. Thank you.